welcome Littlejohn. Today we'll be making a drawstring messy bun hat for those who have a lot of hair. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We'll hop right into the video. Today we'll be using a 5mm crochet hook, a needle, and some Red Heart soft yarn. Check this out, I got this on sale. Always out for a discount. Okay, we'll begin by using about 5 rows of wasted yarn. I'm assuming you already know how to cast on. Okay, we'll apply our main color. Once your yarn is into the feeder, we'll start by knitting the first row very slowly. Always knit the first row slowly just to make sure every single needle hooks on the yarn. Don't want any drop stitches on the very first row. Right now we're going to be working on the brim of the hat. We will be knitting 40 rows. Once you get past the first row, you can knit a lot faster. Okay, I will meet you at the completion of 40 rows. Okay, we completed our 40 rows. So now we're going to complete our brim. We're going to look to the very bottom where the waste yarn is and look for the very first loop. You can tell where the loop is. It'll be to the left of the string, the tail end, right here. Alright, you'll take that loop and hook it on to your little black needle. Make sure it's pushed down around the double pays at the base. And you'll go to the next loop and put it on the hook. And like I said, make sure they're pushed down below the double pegs so they'll knit completely. And you repeat the process. Be careful to get every stitch. When you push it down, the stitches tend to shrink and look small, and they might disappear, so make sure you're getting every single stitch to wrap around the hooks and push down so they all knit properly. See how this one almost disappeared? You can't see it? Make sure you pull it up and place it on the hook. Here's another loop that almost looked like it disappeared. Never want to skip these ones. Place it on the needle. Okay, we're going to continue this all the way around, placing all the loops upon the needles. Okay, we made it back around. I'm going to put the last loop on the needle with you. At this point, you want to reset your counter. Okay, we got all those. Our counter is reset. And we're going to knit around very slowly for this round and make sure all your needles catch. They tend to want to pop up, so press your yarn to wrap around the little double pegs at the base. This row can be a little tedious, but the end result is very nice. Continue pushing down all those little loops that get stuck on the needle. Once you make it around to the black page, you'll be able to pick up some more speed. Continue to do this for 30 rows. I'll meet you at the completion of your 30 rows for the hat. Okay, we completed our 30 rows, and now we're going to cast off. I'm going to remove my yarn from the feeder. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to stick it into the middle of my machine because I'm going to crochet onto the very end later. Okay, with a different color yarn, your waste yarn, we are going to thread a needle. You can't see me do it on camera. The camera's not angled correctly. Okay, I have my needle. And we're going to turn the machine all the way back around to right before the black needle. Make sure your stitches do not fall off the machine. Okay, we're going to pick up the first 2 stitches. That's the first black needle and the second black needle. And now we're going to skip 2, 1, 2. Then pick up the next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2 loops, pick up the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2 stitches, pick up the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do this all the way around, skipping 2 stitches and picking up 5 stitches. Okay, we completed our drop 2, pick up 5. Now we're going to crank our work and take it off the machine. The stitches that were dropped are going to be worked into a braided stitch. Okay, and now that's done, we'll move on to the very next step. Okay, this is what our work looks fresh off the machine. I already removed the waist yarn from the bottom, so this is the brim of our hat. Now look for those 2 drop stitches, and now we're going to drop these even farther. So let's pop and pull these little stitches out. You're going to work your way down to towards the top of the brim. But once you get close to the brim, please be careful not to pull out the loops too far, because you'll take apart where the 2 brim pieces are connected together. Hope that makes sense. I'll show you. Watch closely. You'll be able to see where to stop, because you'll be able to see double loops on a stitch. I'll show you. Okay, we're close to the bottom. Alright, this is where the brim connects. You see these little, you can see the double loops right behind it. Do not go past that. Alright, you'll take your 5mm crochet hook and slip your needle through those 2 loops. And now we're going to pick up 3 stitches and pull through your loop. There you go. Pick up 3 stitches, pull through the loop. 3 stitches and pull. 3 stitches and pull. 3 and pull. Continue to work your way up to the top. Three stitches and pull. 3 stitches and pull. The last 3 stitches are a little tricky to get because of the way the tube kind of rolls. So pick up your 3 stitches, not your waist yarn, and pull through. And take another random piece of waist yarn and pull through the loop. I probably should have used a different color for visual purposes. But this holds your stitch until you're ready to work with it later. Okay, we'll move on to the next 2 drop stitches. Once again, we'll work the stitches out all the way down to the very top of the brim. And be careful not to work your stitches out too far. Work it down as low as where the brim connects. Okay. Okay, I believe these two pieces are it. I'll insert my needle. And I can tell it's it because I can see the two double loops underneath from where I made the brim of my hat. Alright, we will pick up 3 loops and pull through. Pick up 3 loops and pull through. 3 loops, pull through. We will continue to pick up 3 loops and work your way up to the very top of the hat. Pick up 3 loops and pull through. Remember, the last 3 stitches are a little tricky because they tend to roll. Got a little tongue-tied. Okay, let's get those last 3 stitches and pull through. Okay, and take your waste yarn from the other braid stitch and pull it through your loop to hold its place for later. You're going to continue to do this for the other drop stitches all the way around the hat, working your all the way down to the bottom of the brim, and doing a reverse braid all the way back to the top. I'll meet you when that part is complete. Alright, this is what it looks like so far. All of our stitches are being held securely with waste yarn, and we are going to start to single crochet across all of our loops. We'll start with the first loop that's connected closest to the yarn that's still on the skein. Insert your hook into the loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, chain 1, single crochet into the same space. Now we're going to single crochet into the braided drop stitch. Just 1 single crochet. Now we're going to single crochet into the next 2 loops. That's being held by the waste yarn right here. Insert your hook, single crochet. Next stitch, insert your hook, single crochet. Make sure you single crochet into the drop stitch braid. We're just, excuse me, we're going to single crochet in every single loop around, including the drop stitch braids. Okay, pick up every single loop and I will meet you at the other side. Okay, we are going to slip stitch to join, chain 1, single crochet into the same space. Now we're just going to single crochet in each stitch all the way around to give it a very nice edge. Single crochet, another single crochet. Alright, complete this all the way around and I'll meet you at the other side. Okay, we've made it back around. We'll complete our last stitch together. And now we will slip stitch to join into the very first single crochet. Okay, now all you have to do is fasten off your work and we're almost done. Okay, here's our hat so far. It looks pretty good. Braids came out pretty evenly. Next, we're going to work on the drawstring. This is pretty simple. All you need to do is make a chain of 125. I won't bore you with you watching me chain 125. I'll just meet you at the completion. Okay, we completed our chain of 125, and I applied a needle so I can weave it in and out the very top of the single crochets. We're just going to go in front and behind all of the single crochets. Try not to put the needle through a stitch, but in between stitches instead. Just work your way in and out, in and out. Okay. In and out, in and out, all the way around the hat. Okay, let's put in the very last stitch. And our hat is all complete. Let's see the drawstring in action. Voila! Now it's just a regular hat. Hope you like it. Oh, I can't forget, I want to thank Stephanie Ketchum for inspiring me to make this hat. She had previously made a messy bun hat in one of the Facebook groups, and I loved it, and I wanted to put my own personal twist on my own. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.